That was a very wonderful welcome. Thank you so much. So, our respected principal, Madam Madonna, our education director, Madam Girija, our principal, Madam Anju and Dr. Khalid, and our directors, Mr. Bivesh and Shenil, and all the vice principals, leadership team, my dear parents, all the staff, supporting staff, and my dearest, most loving, super duper students. A very good evening. Thank you very much for inviting me to witness this beautiful moment. I was so thrilled. I was so excited by seeing the energy over here, and amazing talents, the instrumental music to the welcome song, and I'm sure there's a lot in store. And of course, the kind of the dignity, the ethics, the culture that you carry. I really want to give a big kudos. So, let me ask you, how are you all doing? Okay, I'll give you one more chance, okay? Put your full energy to this. How are you doing? Yeah. You'll put your energy, full energy? You'll put your full energy? Promise? Okay. One last time to you guys. How are you all doing? Wow, that's what I want. And keep this energy till the end and going forward, every single moment of your life. This is so very important. You know, I'm so touched by the topic. It says, through the looking glass. You know, it's not looking through the glass. There's a two concept here. Looking through the glass means its subject is you. You as a person looking through a glass. But this is like through the looking glass. What does it mean? The subject here is the glass. Do you agree with me or not? It's about your perception. It's about how you look at the things. It's a single success that you achieve need to go through a lot of pain. And if you got any success with a shortcut, I'm telling you, that's not yours. You don't deserve that. You're going to lose that. But if you go through the hard way and achieve something, that's going to stay with you forever. And you can put your foot down and heads up and say, yes, I made it and achieved it. Our head boy was saying, you know, together we make a difference. And of course, together we can definitely make a difference. And do you know that I want to tell all the students over here, do you know that how privileged we are? Sitting in such an amazing school, we got such an amazing education, loving parents and teachers. You are so protected inside the four walls of the school, your staffs, your students, your friends, to share. I'll come to your other side, but let's look at the positive side, the looking through the glass, through the looking glass, right? There are 60 million children in the world today who do not have any access to the primary education as we speak, and most of them are girls. If we go to door, street to street, hut to hut, if we call them from the slums to the education institution and say, hey, you know what, education is something so very important for you, it's for the next generation, it's for changing the world, please send your kids. They will say, no, it's not the education what we want, it's a one-time food to eat, water to drink, hygiene place to live is what we want. You cannot blame them, it is very true, but we are blessed with everything today, right? But thinking from a different aspect, that is where education is so very important. You can satisfy their hunger one time by giving them the fish. But let us put together our effort to satisfy the hunger for the entire lifetime by teaching them fishing. Right? So this is exactly where every single educator sitting over here is doing through that, molding the generation. Education institution is like a temple in Indian culture when you say that. It's a temple of Vijnanam, or what do you say, like a knowledge. Every generation have their own stories to say, which has built the amazing foundation here. If you look at, I belong to millennial population, but we are teaching here Gen Z population, who are more smarter and more tech savvy than us, you know. I would say, ma'am, you were mentioning about emotional intelligence, which is so very important. Many of them are not aware of it, our parents are not aware of it. But I also feel emotional intelligence is first required for the parents and the teachers. Because we don't know how to handle Gen Z. They get everything in their fingertips by just one click, which also directly proportional to no patience. They have no patience for everything because they need everything, anything, just in seconds. And another thing what I found is that very sensitive. I think we have seen enough thunderstorms, we have seen enough pain, we have seen enough of problems in our life, but our Gen Zs, who are our current growing generation, they never got a chance to see what pain is. They don't know how do they survive after, outside the four walls of the school gate. They have never seen what the world is. This is exactly where we as the teachers, as the parents, need to put our attention on. We are so very busy, our millennial generation parents are so very busy in building their career. And of course, building a career is so very important in our life, but at the same time, we get detached with our kids, while kids get attached to the digital world. Digital world is so very good. It has its pros and cons because every single innovation, every single technology comes with its own pros and cons. But however, molding the entire generation, digital influence make a major impact. And this is exactly where we are losing the human touch. Let me tell you a story quickly. There was an experiment which is done in China. They created a robot who is a complementary to the existing teacher. Okay? Now, the students love to talk to that robot and able to share all their pain and emotions and challenges, of course, about the girlfriends and boyfriends, how the parents behave, how the teachers behave, what specific, the wound that they wanted to heal, to anything. You know why? And the experiment was super success, and the teacher was there behind the robot watching everything live, and the kids started crying non-stop because they started venting out all their pain. Guess what could be that one thing which is there in the robot where we humans are not able to give to our children? Intelligence, but that is artificial intelligence. Listening, yes, very close, very close. That's right, listening, it's also a point. Let me tell you, it's non-judgmental. Artificial intelligent teacher or a parent or a robot is so non-judgmental, loyal, honest and committed that it listens to every single point. It's not going to argue, it's not going to downgrade you, it's not going to insult you, right? But we should not let that happen. We are much more powerful. We all have love, affection, that touch. We cannot lose that. We cannot lose that some metallic substance come and take our substance. And that's not something should happen. That will be a disaster of the world. And this is exactly where I need the support of the parents and the teachers to bring back that humanity, that touch, that honesty, that loyalty, that commitment, and most importantly, don't judge your kids. Be open, be good enough to talk anything and everything what they wanted to say, because they have not seen the world and they are looking through your glass. They see the world through you. And if you don't allow them to see the world through you, then who else will allow? How do they see it? They cannot survive. And Gen Z population are so vulnerable. This is the most delicate generation ever had in the entire planet. And so we are accountable, we are responsible. Little bit about the innovation and technology on the good part as well. Today, education require an upgrade. 123-year-old curriculum is what we are following even today. But industry, outside the four walls of the schools and the university, industry is looking for skill-based training. They don't want your the curriculum and the activity that you are portraying over here. I felt really proud because I see that only some of the schools, only very few schools really giving much importance for the development of their skills. And that is exactly what is needed today. You know, every kind of technology, innovation, sports and arts and culture and ideas and hackathon and whatnot. And that's where your brain development starts. If you are only learning what is written in your textbooks, you're not going to reach anywhere. You need to think out of the box and you need to have a platform, and the education institutions should give that platform for them to develop their ideas and the brain. And you know, one more thing, our Indian curriculum is so amazing that Indian brains are so high demanding and high costly across the world in every corporate. And there is a reason, there is a scientific experiment also proves that. The reason being, we in our schools, we give much importance for the extracurricular activities, as simple as that, because that develops different lobes of the brain and gives room for them to think and develop. So, I'm not going to extend my talk anymore, but I really enjoy standing here and talking a lot, but I would keep for some other time as well. And I really want to wish a great success and good luck for our children over here, our parents and teachers as well, to make Voice Ajman to amazing name for the world and the role model for the rest of the world. Thank you very much. I love you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiration.